Welcome back inside Case Petty Sports Extra. Well, we have the softball state finishing up this past week. Now we look forward to the UIL baseball state tournament beginning on Wednesday. One of those teams competing at noon in the 1A state semifinal is the Ira Bulldogs as they reach state for the first time in their school history. And now we speak with head coach of those Ira Bulldogs, head coach Toby Goodwin. Coach, good to see you again. I guess how has your summer been? It's been a couple of weeks off as far as no school, but how cool is it now knowing that you still got work to do?
Oh, it's picture perfect. That's what you always dream of have a coach to keep me playing, and it's exciting.
How has maybe the preparation side of things, has anything changed at all? I mean, I know you want to kind of keep things going the exact way how you got here, but now that you are preparing for the shot at the state title now, I mean, has anything changed at all in the last few weeks?
Well, I've tried to keep the kids up and whatnot. We had baseball camp, and which made it a busy week, but we had them involved to just be up and alert because we were thinking we had to play early at different times, and then we would practice. And you can't simulate the humidity down there, but I tried to put them in heat situations where we could be adjust to that best we could.
Well, and then now you've had some time obviously to reflect. We talked to you for Team of the Week, and you were obviously speechless. I mean, with so many emotions and so much preparation to finally be able to get to that moment, being able to get to the state and hoist that region final trophy. But can you take me through maybe that bus ride? It's a long way back out there to Ira, but the guys get to celebrate. You get to take that gold glove back home. How cool is that to be able to drive back and obviously celebrate with the Ira community back home?
It's special, and the bus ride, we got to go eat and had a good time there and whatnot. But the time we got on the bus, me and the coaches were already, getting ready for what's coming up, trying to make connections and whatnot. But, I told the kids to enjoy this moment. It was something that's never happened before. And, you get back last week, and the community it's so special what's happening right now for us, because this is a never, it's not a never since the last, it is never. And so it's exciting to be the first team to do this. And I told the boys that, I said, y'all are it. Y'all are the team that they will talk about.
Coach, obviously, and you've probably heard this more than anybody, but your son Tyler is able to go to state the past couple of years and one up his old man, if you will, being able to get there and enjoy it out there. But with this being a first time for you, you've been able to experience it as a fan, but now that you're actually in it, have you contacted him? I'm sure y'all been in contact somehow, some way, but just for any tips and tricks of just what that's like preparing for the state semifinal.
Absolutely, you've got to reach out and do that because there is a lot to it. We've had Zoom meetings with UIL, we've had different connections and different talks. So I've been busy just preparing for that you didn't expect. So you've got to have some guidance and lean on that, and I've definitely leaned on Tyler. Whatnot. I've talked out to my assistant coach Todd Wall. His brother coaches at New Home, and he's given us some advice. So any advice and whatnot I could take, I've soaked up and used.
Well, Coach, let's talk about what's coming up next. So you got Chester. We finally figured out who you guys be able to play. They take down Natchez and are now 24-10 overall. And, looking at them on paper, they are much like you guys as far as being a young group. I mean, right now, as far as an active roster, they're bringing in just one senior. And so they've been able to do very well. But you guys are much in the same boat, being led by some of those youngsters. Looking backwards, I'm not seeing you guys have even played Chester. If you have, it's been in non-districts or whatever. I mean, do you have any sort of relation with them?
None. It's I have reached out to Coach Butter a couple of times. It's a connection we made, and guy seems to be an outstanding guy. Outstanding man. I can't wait to meet him face to face. But no, I respect to them. I didn't even know much about Chester. And I've been around a long time and learned lots of schools. So hats off to him with what he's got going on. Second place in his district, but then knocks off his district champ to get where he's at. And those guys are playing good ball right now.
On the other side of that bracket, you got Abbott and Fayetteville. Obviously, the state final game of a year ago with Abbott taking that one 6-5 after Fayetteville knocked out Nazareth in the state semifinal. But, like I said, I don't know if coaches, they don't typically like to look forward, like ahead to their potential next opponent just yet. But knowing that it's so close of a turnaround, have you at least scouted those two just in case?
Well, that's that's one thing of us finishing early last week, and others hadn't. You know, Chester, Natchez hadn't, and Fayetteville and D'Hanis hadn't, and yeah, we put lots of time in it. You know, my coach Barbie, I put him to work a whole lot going, and other than that, so we've got scouting reports after scouting reports, and fortunately, we have more than what we need right now, but hey, we'll use it. So, but we're prepared for Chester, and then we're also prepared for Abbott or Fayetteville, whoever we see.
You had just about a week and a half off by the time that you get there to Wednesday. And, you know, you also coach football. You know the impact of what a bye week does. That can hurt momentum. That can also be a blessing in disguise as far as resting up some guys. And now you enter this similar slate, but now in baseball, you get a week and a half off, and, you know, you're 22-0, mustering up all this momentum, but now you hit this big hiatus. How do you look at this? Do you see it as a good sign? It came at the right time, or are you slightly worried about potential, you know, getting rid of momentum here?
You know, normally I've been worried about it because you never know, and it can go either way. And we have got to do some extra things that we haven't had an opportunity to. So we've bettered ourselves as a team the last week. But also when we won our district, we had a bye week. We got our bye for the bye district. So there was a 10-day gap. So it's something that's not unfamiliar to us. So that to me makes me feel better that we can control that and whatnot. Now, it wasn't showing up in Round Rock, but hey, we're glad that's our problem.
Well, Coach, we couldn't be more prouder of you and the team. Best of luck there on Wednesday. We'll be watching for you and definitely cheering from you back here at the 806.
Thanks so much for having us, and hope to see you there, and holler at us loud.
Well, there they are. The Ira Bulldogs are going to take on Chester Wednesday at noon in the 1A state semifinal.